Let's go with it. Let's roll with this thing. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in to the nation. Yes, it is what it is. Yeah. What's up, baby? Thank you guys for tuning in to the nation. As we get this thing going, I really want to say that Jerry Jones is a marketing guru, a marketing genius. He's one of those things where you have to just pause and pump the brakes when he's speaking, because he had everyone. I'm talking about everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, at the edge of their seat. They're saying, okay, maybe they're going to fire Jason Garrett. Maybe they're going to put Tony Romo, who yet to retire, in the Ring of Honor. Maybe Tony Romo's coming back. Maybe they're going to re-sign Desmond Bryant. He had everybody, and he just said, okay, Gail Brandt, he's going to be into the Ring of Honor before Jimmy Johnson, things like that. So it's Jerry Jones, man. I'm telling you, he had NFL networks talking, ESPNs of the world, and we didn't have major news going on this week. Of course, one can argue the fact that trades happened, but everybody was talking about Jerry Jones and his marketing wisdom out there, feeding everybody the information of saying, okay, we're going to talk football stuff. And then the night before, of course, there was this guy that played for the 49ers, Nick Mullen. Everybody's hitting me up talking about, hey, what about that guy? What about that guy? He's better than Dak Prescott. So it was one of those nights where I'm saying, like, to myself, my goodness, can this football weekend come sooner? Because on one hand, you got a lot of people talking about, maybe this is going to happen. Maybe Jason Garrett is gone. Maybe Jerry Jones is stepping down from GM, total control. And I know one thing about billionaires. If I don't know anything, I know one thing. Billionaires don't give up their jobs unless something happened, that's out of their control. Shout out to Jamal Anderson. Yes, we live like 95. Appreciate you, man. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the content. And also, Robert, I see you over there home. Thank you for tuning in on the Facebook panel. Shout out to DJ Cobb, one of the first person that's in the chat box on the YouTube side. Flows Infinite. Coldest name, one of the coldest names on YouTube. No Dak Ninja. Third place, you got to step it up. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Good evening, everyone. Yes, Ronald and Anthony, appreciate everyone tuning in. Hey, this is the thing. Cowboys Nation, as we begin to roll over this evening, and happy Friday to those who out there, right? Some of those, there's payday Friday, so shout out to you. Spend your money wisely. So, with that being said, man, my goodness, Jerry Jones had everyone. One can argue and say, okay, I saw this from the beginning. I knew what it was and this sort of thing. And they can tell you those lies, right? Because if they did, they would have tweeted it out. But it is what it is. Jerry Jones is a marketing genius. For the last 20, we can put 5 on it. Might as well put 5 on it. 25 years. Our team been right in the middle. Not too high, not too low. We can point at maybe 2 or 3 seasons that we was like, okay, we lighting the world on fire. One can argue 2007, 2014, 2016. You know what I mean? So those years that we was like, oh, we lighting the world on fire. And yet we seen a Patriots organization. We saw the Steelers then caught up with us with Super Bowls and passed us. And yet you hear a noise from them. But Jerry Jones have a way of just growing the nation, growing this thing. It is still selling merch left and right. I'm going to the game. You going to the game. Everybody try to find their way to be at the game. And shout out to Cowboys Experience, Cowboys XP. You can see the hashtag on my Facebook side. And if you're on my YouTube, click the link down below. If you need to go to the game and have some reasonable tickets, hit me up. And we got some ways to get you in that thing going in the right direction. Shout out to you, Rodney. I see you over there on the Facebook page. Appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Kerry Teagle, shout out to you too. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the content. So as we begin to go into this season, we're going to this the next game into this season. We playing against a very similar team, and we already know that the Titans have issues with quarterback play, throwing the ball down the field. I think that Marcus Mariota only have 3 touchdown passes. I think. I could be off on a little bit of those numbers, but wasn't he like a first-round draft pick? My goodness. And it's weird. But the guy that we need to watch out for is big number 99 that's on that defensive front. The guy gobbles up offensive linemen for lunch, and he's going to be playing into the inside. And we're going to have to figure out real quick whether or not this adjustment with our offensive line can just bounce back and just be ready. R-E-A-D-Y. We got to figure that out. Shout out to you, Patrick, man. Salute to you and your whole entire family. James Nix, what's up, man? Law Dog. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Hey, like I said, Jerry Jones putting in the Gail Brandt as the Ring of Honor. The 22nd person to be into that glorious, and I'm talking about wonderful Ring of Honor. Who should be next? Put that down in the chat box, guys. Who do you guys feel that should be the next Cowboys, silver and blue, up there on the AT&T Stadium Ring of Honor? Let me know. Let me know. Shout out to you, Say Prime. Law, Amari Cooper will be starting. Of course, Amari Cooper better be starting. And when they roll up that 7, 8-man, 9-man front, we better make them pay, especially with the single high safety look. We have to take advantages of those opportunities. I did say that what I want to see Dak Prescott do coming out of this bye is just to get the ball out quicker. I think if he can get the ball out quicker, and I might go to the old school ways of thinking like Bill Parcells. I want to see you throw 2 or 3 interceptions, basically. That's what Bill Parcells used to say to Tony Romo. He was saying, hey, I want you to, but this was in practice, of course, and this was during preseason. Because what he wants him to do is that sometimes you have to take the calculated risk. And those who out there understand and knows what I'm talking about, sometimes you got to take the calculated risk to let the defense know that I can do that. I can throw the ball this far, and if you give me that single high safety look, we will embarrass you. Plain and simple. But this is the thing. Although Titans rolling up in here into the Texas Stadium, we must understand this. The Titans defense is no defense to sneeze at. Didn't the Titans, I'm about to say Titans, the Titans, didn't they beat the Eagles? Let me know. Did they beat Filthy? Put that down in the chat box. Let me know. G. Gracia, appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. Jamal Anderson, Joe, all you guys is over there holding it down over there on my Facebook panel. Really do appreciate you all is tuning in. And as well as on the Facebook panel, you should see a new become a supporter. Facebook gave me the opportunity to try out this platform as far as supporter. It's just like Patreon. And what that does is that you can make a donation for a subscription, and you get some rights to like exclusive Law Nation content. So just if you see the little green icon, that's what that's there for. And I had really limited controls of how much the money is that you can support. But it's one of those things where Facebook is growing so fast that they got all these new icons and attributes. And I appreciate everybody who's following the Facebook page and following me on Twitch. And shout out to you, Dallas, too, that's following me on the Periscope. When I try to go live like 95, I jump on a lot of platforms all at one time. And on my Law Nation's original page, we got a few more days. November the 7th. Guys, we're gonna be locked, loaded, and ready. I'm so crunk with that. You guys are gonna have something very special and plans for all of you all. So this weekend, what we need to happen, we're looking at some AFC team versus the Seattle Seahawks. I think it's the Chargers. We really want the Chargers to beat the Seattle Seahawks. And why? I think the Seattle Seahawks are right now 4-4. We need for them to lose if we're trying to get into the playoff. The name of the game of playing in the NFL is to get into the playoff, right? So in order for us to propel ourselves, we have to figure out the teams that we lost to. Those teams, we must figure out a way by us not being able to play them again. They must lose. So in order to elevate us, I'm not saying that we wishing that we can only pray to get into the playoff, but anything can shake a loose once you get into the big dance. So this is the thing. We're rooting for the Chargers this weekend. We really want Chargers to beat down the Seattle Seahawks. And there's another team that's playing. Let me know, guys, who the Redskins. I think they're playing the Atlanta Falcons this weekend. We have to be a bunch of Atlanta Falcons fans because we need for them to lose. You know, I'm talking about the Redskins. We need for those teams to lose. So that's just how it goes, man. Anthony, shout out to you. Jimmy Johnson, he's saying that he needs to go to the Ring of Honor. Appreciate that. DeMarcus Ware, hey, that's a very arguable sense right there. DeMarcus Ware. Jimmy Johnson got to get in there before DeMarcus Ware. I mean, the valuable aspect of this team should come from the fact that Jimmy Johnson need to be in the Ring of Honor. Let's just do what's right. I understand there was a lot of backing and forward, and I hear it. I got a segment of people when I start talking about the 90s. They say, come on, Law, get out of the 90s. But we have to talk about what happened yesterday to prepare us for today. So what you have to do in this aspect and in this situation, this scenario, is just go back to everything and say to yourself, okay, we understand that without Jimmy Johnson, let's just do this. And I had a good guy to tell me this. Can you imagine what the Cowboys would be if Jimmy Johnson was never the head coach at all in the 90s? Wouldn't we really have 3 Super Bowls by now? Those extra 3 Super Bowls, will we still be having just those 2 Super Bowls? Think about it. Think about that real long and hard. Think about that. Brian, what's good, man? Law Nation, rock it out. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You the reason why I'm here. Everybody that's in this thing, you guys are the reason why I am here talking about the Cowboys, because it will not be nothing for you all. Warren, Deshaun, shout out to you. Terrence, what's good with you, man? That's on the Facebook. What he saying? Time for Jimmy Johnson. He put the exclamation mark behind it. Jimmy time. Yes, it is time for Jimmy Johnson. It just may be one of those things where karma, may step up and say, okay, now the universe can be made whole and complete. Let's put Jimmy Johnson in this thing. Let's remove all this stuff around and put Jimmy in there. It's just about right. It's about that time. I understand the bickering back and forth, but that's the right thing. Deion Sanders in the Ring of Honor. Didn't Deion Sanders, how many years he played for the Cowboys? You guys put that down in the inbox or in the chat box. Put that down for me, because I think that you can argue the Deion Sanders angle, because he played for 50 million teams. It seems like he was a very guy who took advantages of a lot of situations. But prime time, this is the thing. This is how I look at it. Can you paint a picture? Can you tell a story without that player not being in the Ring of Honor? So Deion Sanders, to me personally, maybe we can say, okay, he cost us 1 Super Bowl, because that was PI. That was pass interference on my guy, number 88, Michael Irvin. When we played the 49ers in that particular year, I think it was 94, when he just was draped all over the original, well, the second 88 that was on his team. And you guys know that Michael Irvin had a clear right to that ball, and his guy was draped over him like a Superman's cape. But it's all good. So he cost us 1 Super Bowl and then turned around and won us another. And then during the biggest bright spotlight of that Super Bowl, Larry Brown was the MVP. So we understood what happened with that. But I don't know, man. I would put Deion Sanders in there, because you can't talk about the 90s without Deion. That's just the bottom line. Prime time needs to be in there. Jimmy Johnson need to be in there. Put both of them in there at the same time. Figure it out, Jerry Jones, the marketing genius guru that you are. He got all this ability to just turn everything around. ESPN, NFL, Fox News, CBS, Tupac, Biggie, it was coming out the grave. They were saying, okay, what he's about to announce. Everybody was in there talking about, okay, what he's about to do, what he's going to do. And then they said, oh, okay, all right, okay. Brandt deserved to be in there. Okay, we didn't see that coming, Jerry. Yeah, you hoodwinked us a little bit. You got us. Some of the people out there. He catfished y'all a few of you guys. Jr. what's good, man? Deion played 4 or 5 years with the Cowboys. Yeah, and then he went and played with the Redskins too. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Primetime Deion Sanders. I have never been more ready for a Monday night. This is from Chaz Jewel. Man, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for this Monday Night Football. I know you all are too. Timothy Slate, what's going on with you? Tuning in over here on the Facebook Elite Panels. It is what it is. Kerry Teagle, what's good? Go home, Roger. What's good with you, man? Shout out to you, man. Everything is locked, loaded, and ready to roll over here. Cowboys abroad, prime time. Hey, if Deion Sanders go in the Ring of Honor, put his nickname up there. Put prime time up there, right? Put Deion Sanders and then put in a little small quotation mark, prime time. And then every time the camera angle pans up to the Ring of Honor, they see that it's prime time, baby. That might fall some lux off of us. Maurice Lightborn said, apply pressure. Are you talking about the game? We can talk about the game. We can talk about the game. Marcus Mariota, when you apply pressure to him, now we talk about what happens when Dak Prescott applied pressure to it. We see how he stumbles a little bit and he gets antsy and he throws the ball inaccurate, right? But Marcus Mariota, when he gets pressure applied to him, my goodness, he definitely don't look down the field. He tucks the ball and he looks to run. Now he has an injured arm or hand or something like that, so that diminishes his skill set even more. But my only thing is this right here. Outside of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we can go back to even when my guy Tony Romo was playing. Sometimes we play down to the competition. That's the only conundrum when we playing against when the Dallas Cowboys play against teams that you say maybe they supposed to dominate and beat. Sometimes we play down to their skill set, we play down to their abilities and things like that. And the problem is with this is that it's not good. It's not good at all. So hopefully this defense can finally smell themselves and say, you know what? We're no longer going to do this. We're going to just dominate. We're going to have the ability to take over this game. We're going to get, just like the Ravens did against the Titans. I think that they were the ones that got 11 or 10 sacks against them. So hopefully we can finally hear our guys eating and chewing up the quarterback. And, of course, we're going to be down one soldier. Let me know if Dayton Jones is going to be able to play this weekend, because I do know for sure that number 95 – David Irvin twist up his leg or ankle or something like that. I think it's a high ankle sprain. So he's not going to be out there in the mix. So that's going to be a little issue for me, because the only person that's been giving constant pressure on that side, on the other side, has been D-Law. We saw Randy Gregory disappear. We saw David Irvin come into a game and be aggressive and causes the quarterback to throw the ball off quick. But then he disappears. So... And then, of course, tacos, Randy Gregory and Taco Charlton, maybe DA, maybe my guy Dorrance Armstrong will pick this thing up and get things going. Hey, Savage Time, I'm going to the game. Shout out to you, Savage Time, that's on my YouTube page. Appreciate you, man, for going to the game. It is all good, all love for you, man. Don't forget to hit that Cowboys Experience link, too. Dion hashtag, yes, prime time. This is from Andrew Jackson. Yes. The money has spoken. Law, you think our O-line will be better now with the new coaching scheme-wise? This is the thing that I have right now with my mind and my thoughts on this offensive line. Going against, watch out for number 99 against the Titans. He gobbles up the inside. So we will see. That's all I can say. We will see whether or not the zone scheme of protecting the quarterback will be a little bit better. Hopefully Ezekiel Elliott can catch holes that's in the middle of that offensive line and just plant his foot and get upfield. Maybe that can happen a little bit better. Bad Boy 74, thank you for tuning in to my Twitch. I'm telling you guys, I'm everywhere. High ankle sprain, yes. It takes a long time to heal. Big country in this house, yes. It takes a long time, maybe 4 to 5 weeks. And we don't have that longitude and latitude to wait for David Irvin. And more, as we worked with David Irvin issues, as we worked with other things with David Irvin, more and more, we're looking at ourselves saying, this brother is kind of like the guy off of Life, can't get right. And I understand that injuries is a part of the game, but sometimes people are snake bitten, or maybe just the Cowboys in general snake bitten until they put Jimmy Johnson into the Ring of Honor, right? Maybe that's what we need to do. That's probably what it is. Marcelo B, yes, the game. It's all a game. Yes, indeed. All right, so what we have over here? Timothy, what's going on? Antoine Woods should be in that spot now. Okay, Antoine Barbecue Woods. Yes, I can't wait to see him out there. I definitely cannot wait to see him out there. Who's this? Al Crossan. What's up, man? Shout out to you and your whole entire family. Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. Bibbler, thank you for tuning in as well. That's because Garrett can't coach. All right, so those that's in the chat box now, let me know. Can Jason Garrett coach? Can he not coach? Now, is Jason Garrett is part of the blame, or is it Scott Linehan, or is it both of them? Let me know. I'm all open to you all opinion, your thoughts on Jason Garrett, and let me know how you feel about Gail Brandt too, since it's the major topic of the hour. Gail Brandt being part of the Ring of Honor, and by Jerry Jones putting him inside the Ring of Honor, maybe open up other guys too. So is it time to part ways, Cowboys abroad? How long is too? How long? You know, how many years should you give somebody chances and opportunities? It may be one of those things where I remember reading an article. I think Mickey Spagnola brought this up to a lot of people's attentions one time on one of his podcasts. He was talking about the fact that everybody was ready to fire Tom Landry, and I'm not comparing Jason Garrett to Tom Landry, but what he was saying was the fact that Tom Landry was doing so bad that everybody wanted to fire him, and then the guy said, you know what, I'm gonna give him a 10-year extension. So right now, a 10-year extension for the Cowboys on Jason Garrett would draw a lot of people crazy right now. So I don't know, man. You guys put that down and what you guys think about that altogether on this whole entire deal with Jason Garrett. Has it been too long, or is it one of those things where it's just time for us to get rid of him? Shout out time to Calvin Williamson. Appreciate you for making a donation to help grow the nation. He dropped a dime up in this chat box, man. Appreciate it. A dime is $10 for those who out there who don't know. I really appreciate you for helping the nation grow, and I really appreciate the donations and all of the love and adulation that you have for this account. Really appreciate that. HCNOC, he needs to go. This is from my guy, Go Home Roger, on my Facebook panel. How Hugh Jackson get fired from the before Jason Garrett? As bad as it been for Cowboys Nation. I think our expectations compared to the Browns' expectations are far beyond each other, and Jason Garrett won more games than Hugh Jackson. But I can feel what you're saying, though. I can really feel what you're saying about that collectively. But it is what it is. JR, what you got over here? Say more of Scott that needs to go, because when Jason was the OC or calling the plays, what'd you have there? That back, but was a few years ago. Was not, I guess you were saying it was not that bad when Jason Garrett was calling the plays. I think this right here. Sometimes you can have a person that's good in a certain aspect of a game. I think that clock management, game management, time situations never been Jason Garrett's strong suit. I think he overanalyzes, and I think he overthinks the situation out. So by him calling plays and just strictly just calling plays, maybe, and I'm just saying maybe that might be his strong suit. But Jason Garrett looks like, and he has the aura and the appearance of just being an offensive coordinator, if I can be honest to everybody out there. Just as well as Wade Phillips. You remember him, defensive guru, defensive-minded coach. He's not built to be a head coach, but he's built to be one hell of a defensive coordinator. Maybe that's Jason Garrett. So what happened here is that Jerry Jones, the marketing guru that he is, he don't want to fall on his sword and say, hey, I'm a billionaire, I'm wrong. You know, I'm wrong about the situation of Jason Garrett being the head coach. Maybe that's the scenario, and he's saying, okay, I'm going to put people around him to help him out. He started out with, to help him out a few years ago, Bill Callahan. And it worked out for a few years. And Bill Callahan probably wanted some more authority within that locker room. And he said, you know what, I'm out. So then they went and got Scott Linehan. And we saw that worked for, you know, a spell. And now it's two different voices that's in the locker room. I think that this team, and in order for a coach to have the gall to be under Jerry Jones and his dictatorship and the way he demands to be all into the media and all into the mix, you have to have a person that's available, you know, or have the ability to say, you know what, you're right, Jerry. You're right, Jerry. And even when he's wrong, you know. So it's just one of those things. I hate to say it, but I don't see another coach going into this locker room saying that, okay, I'm ready to coach this Cowboys team, because of the clashes of opinions and thoughts in I guess, the alpha male personality that Jerry Jones exhibits, and you got to have a beta male, a beta type of mindset coming in coaching this Dallas Cowboys. It's just the bottom line. I wish I could put it in better words, but I can't. I don't have the solution to this. I've been streaming that I would love to have a Jim Harbaugh, but I thought about what Jim was going through with the 49ers. And I was saying, that would be a nice pickup, you know, seeing Jim Harbaugh in this particular, being the coach for this particular team, but it will not happen. A Lincoln Riley. How would that work out? I just don't know. A Chris Richard. How would that work out? You know, because he is a defensive guy, so he would still have to go out and find a offensive coordinator. So you still always will have this type of, I guess, conundrum going on back and forth with Jerry Jones and his ability to be the GM / owner / president and / guru of marketing. The guy's a genius, a genius. I think the nation is worth, I can just go ahead and say this, over $5 billion. That's just the flat rate right now. If you ever put it to sell, you bump that number up. I think he can probably walk off of this thing cleanly with $9 billion. If you really want to, if he added in all of his assets and the potential growth, this is going to be like one of the first organizations that's in the NFL that's going to hit $10 billion. That's with a B, $1 billion. As an organization, as a franchise, that he grew this thing with his hands, marketing. You know, I think that the NFL or the Cowboys were losing $1 million a day or something like that in the in the late 80s and the early 90s. This guy turned this thing around. That's Jerry Jones, the only guy that walked across that stage with gold shoes on to get his gold jacket. There's no other person. Think about how much swag you got to have to walk across that stage to get your Hall of Fame jacket and already got your gold shoes on. Nobody was ever able to do that. That's Jerry Jones. His ability to market, man, marketing. Think about this. The people that enjoy wearing the Nike gear out there, and the Nike hat, and the Nike polos, and the Nike this and that with the star and logo, and other teams out there. Jerry Jones sold that deal. Think about the commercials. Think about the marketing branding situation when you sell your apparel and things like that. Jerry Jones got his name all over the NFL. So I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. Lamar Brown, thank you for tuning in. Bring back T.O. He can use him. Lamar Brown said bring back T.O. No way, my friend. No way. But T.O. was a beast when he was out here, man. Warren Deshaun, offensive line is the key. Yes, you are 1,000% right. This offensive line. Like I said before I begin to wrap this particular live stream up, we didn't hit the 30-minute marker. I heard an interview with Travis Frederick when he was saying that he pretty much from here calls out the defensive formations. He say, okay, this is the mic, or this is what the slide protection that we have to have out there. And he's the brains of operation. Although Looney is playing a solid job out there. And I said this before on one of my streams, one of my live streams before, that the next person with the wisdom and the understanding and the fortitude of their minds to pick this thing up is Zach Martin. Zach Martin is the right guard, meaning that in order for Tyron Smith to get that information, it got to go through Looney, from Looney to Connor Williams, to Connor Williams to Tyron Smith. So we need Travis Frederick to get back. I mean, you guys can tell a story and you tell it to your friend tells a story, and your other friend tells a story. It would not be the same. We need the source out there. The core is the offensive line, Ezekiel Elliott, and then everybody else. That's just how it goes with this team. We are built that way. We are built behind this offensive line. That's where we put all our investments on in order for this team to turn things around. The defense is playing cool, but they ain't playing good. They're not playing great as far as turnovers and takeaways. We have to focus on his core, and hopefully Mark Colombo can get things going back to his zone scheme, and we can get things going in the right direction in those fashions. Savage time, yes. Kellen Moore needs to go. Kellen Moore, he don't need to have this high positioning right now. I think that they should bring in a veteran quarterback coach, or they should have some type of veteran quarterback that's on this team to help out and point out things that Dak Prescott just don't know and see. One can argue the fact, and of course I heard this before, that Jason Garrett is quote unquote the veteran guy out there. But remember, I was talking about the clock management and time out there on the field. Regardless of how we say this, Jason Garrett, he just don't make those adjustments. I love him. Trust me, I love him. I love his temperament. I love all those things out there. But as far as head coaching, that's where I have my strongest reservations on as far as this team. But this is the thing. They need to go out there and get a veteran quarterback to put into the mix. And then on top of that, if you guys do me one favor, go and look up NFL.com. Go to the NFL.com/Patriots. And then they got a coaching staff icon. You can click on a coaching staff icon, and you can go all the way down to where it says quarterback coaching, and you will see that the quarterback coaching for the Patriots, he have 10+ years of experience. The quarterback coach for the Green Bay Packers, 15+ years of experience. This is the quarterback coach. Now, with that being said, this is not making an excuse for Dak Prescott. No, I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm saying is just something about wisdom and understanding comes from experience. In order for you to have it, you got to know it. And learning on the job is never the brightest angle that you can go. And with this cronyism, nepotism, however you want to call it, that's just the bottom line. That's just me telling you the truth. I wish I can craft it in different ways in other aspects, but I can't. Sometimes you will have to have that veteran guy out there who's been down the road before. Hey, it is what it is, guys. That's all the time I have for today. I really thank you all for tuning in to The Nation. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's jam on out. I love all you guys. Shout out to DC for life. Shout out to all you guys as part of the mix. Let's go. Let's grow this thing. Let's roll with it, baby. Yeah. Wiggle Bell, what's good, man? I see you over there, man. Shout out to you. Master 54 with facts. Yes, I see you, man. Salute. Say, a boss. I see you over there. Defense is the key, too. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the content, baby. Subscribe to this channel. Chaz, I see you out there, man. Salute. Let's roll with this thing. Let's grow this thing. Appreciate you guys. Hit that share button. Join the notification squad. Swad up. Let that beat jump in. Watch that beat come in there. That beat go hard, right? God bless you too. Anthony, I see you, man. God bless you. Yes, Cowboys Nation, all day, even twice on Sunday. Now we got to double it up on Monday. Let's get this thing going, baby. Peace. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.